Alright, I don't know if you can tell on my face, but I didn't get much sleep last night. I experienced what was, in my opinion, the worst thing about staying in a hostel, and that is a snorer. Now, I stayed in a room in Florence with 22 other people, and none of them snored. But then last night, I stayed in what was supposed to be an 8-person room, but there's only me and one other guy in it, and he snored like crazy. And it's just like Russian roulette. You can never tell. But I managed to get some sleep. And today I'm leaving, but I'm not actually flying out until like 5 o'clock. I thought it was lunchtime. Luckily, I checked yesterday. So I've got most of the day here before I have to head out to the airport. So I'm gonna go check out. There's like a cathedral thing not too far away from my hostel. I'm gonna go check that out, and maybe a few other things. Mainly just hang out because I didn't get much sleep last night and I'm pretty tired. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so here's the cathedral. I don't know anything about it except that it's massive. I've been seeing it everywhere in the city, so I wanted to come check it out. Just gonna go inside and see what it's like, I guess. Okay, so I'm inside, and once again, it's quite a huge church. But interestingly, it's the only church I've seen that has a gift shop inside. I've never seen that before. It's kind of strange. It's very empty. There's not much in here. But yeah, once again, it's quite massive. Right, so that was pretty interesting. It was actually only finished in like 1978, which is not that long ago. Not nearly as old as it looks. And I think we're going to go find something to eat because I haven't eaten today and I'm hungry. And I don't know what else we're going to do. Find something to do. Getting on a plane and going to Dublin. Right, so I'm in Dublin, as you can probably tell. That was the shortest plane ride I've ever been on. The bus to school took longer than that plane ride. It was only like half an hour, it was crazy. But I'm here now. It's pretty cool. I'm liking Dublin. First impressions are pretty good. It's a lot less depressing than Liverpool. But I'm staying in an area called Temple Bar, which is just over across the river there. I heard about when I was in Athens, I met a whole bunch of Australians who were doing a couple of Kentucky tours around Europe, and when they heard that I was going to Dublin, they suggested that I go to Temple Bar, and I heard about it and like from other people as well. It seems to just be like a place full of bars and just like kind of the party place. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money with me anymore coming to the end of my trip, and so I won't be able to go out a lot, if any. But I'm meeting up with Dave Dunn tomorrow night. I'm gonna go have dinner with him, and so it should be fun. It's actually just a restaurant right near my hostel as well, so that's good. I'm right in the middle of the city, which is great. Yeah, pretty good. Right, so it's a beautiful day here in Dublin. No cloud in the sky, nice and sunny. I don't think I've had a day this good weather-wise since I left Florence, I was just thinking, which is pretty crazy. Finally some sun. But I think today I'm just going to wander around, kind of check out, there's like the area next to mine is supposed to be like the old part of the Dublin or whatever, so I'm going to go check that out, and maybe there's a few museums and stuff, maybe go to those, I don't know. There's a big park and stuff, so kind of wander around, and then tonight I'm getting dinner with Dave, so it should be a good day. Alright, so I kind of didn't actually film anything yesterday, mainly because there was kind of boring stuff to film. Like, I went to Dublin Castle, which was a bit disappointing, wasn't as exciting as I hoped, and then I kind of chilled in, like, there's like a garden park thing. I chilled there and read my book for a bit, and then I went to the Museum of Archaeology, which isn't very exciting to film. It was interesting, but not very exciting to film. And then I met up with Dave last night, which was good. Had dinner with him. Good to see him. And I just didn't really feel like filming. Actually kind of forgot to pull the camera out. But that was fun. Once again last night I had to deal with a snorer, which I didn't deal with very well. My tolerance for snoring is very low. So had a pretty shit sleep. But this morning, well, it's still the morning, I'm going to go to the Leprechaun Museum. Pretty excited, don't know a lot, I want to learn, so it's just around the corner, and yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. be pretty interesting. So that was interesting. It was you went on like a little tour through a few like staged rooms and stuff. It was pretty cool. Heard a few Irish mythological stories. It was fun. Now I think I'm gonna go check out Oscar Wilde's house. Although I think you have to pay to get into a tour and stuff. I won't do that. I might just go have a look at it and stuff. Yeah, it's looking a bit gloomy. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But been a pretty chill day so far. Going good. Right, so this is Temple Bar, the area that I'm staying in. That's the restaurant me and Dave went to last night. Elephant and Castle. Pretty nice area, like I was saying. Although Dave was saying it was a bit expensive to go out, like drinking and stuff. Which I can understand. This is where all the touristy people go, I guess. But that's just the river out, just out there. Like I said, it's a pretty nice place to walk around. Seems to be the older part of the city. This is where people try and get you to come into their restaurants, which is always fun. But yeah, I'm just up around the corner. Okay, so I've come on a bit of a walk tonight, and I've stumbled upon the spire that's in the middle, on the north side of the river here in Dublin. Now, if Dave told me the nickname of this, I'm not going to repeat it, but if the river is called the Liffey, what do you think this big needle-like thing might be nicknamed? But yeah, it's kind of going on a wander tonight. I just bought some books. I just wanted to buy one book for when I get a few trains and for the flight back home. But I went in there and the book that I wanted was part of like this deal where you could get like 3 for 2 or something like that, so I ended up buying 3, which I don't really need, and you know, whatever. So yeah, just have a wander around. Okay, well I've come for a walk down the river in an easterly direction, and I've come across this pretty cool looking bridge. Once again, don't know how much of you can see, but it looks kind of like a sundial cross a harp type deal. And then there's the Dublin exhibition centre or entertainment centre or something. Looks pretty nifty. I'm back up that way, that's where I'm staying, back around the bend there. Just taking a stroll, leaving tomorrow, so I thought I'd get a good idea of the city. Okay, so it's my last day here in Dublin, and I'm excited to go out and check out this jail. I've forgotten what it's called, and I hope I'm on the right direction. I'm not entirely sure I'm going the right way. It's a bit outside of the city centre. I'm going to check that out. It's this old jail, apparently the biggest unused one in Europe. But yeah, should be good. Right, so that was pretty cool. I just went on my little tour of Kilmainham Jail. You're not allowed to film in there, so I didn't get any footage, but here's a photo of it. It's a pretty cool place. Some Irish history and stuff. The guy was pretty cool. But it only cost €2 as well, which is nice. But well, at the moment I'm hiding from the wind, but this is just across the road. It's the Irish Museum of Modern Art, I think. I don't think I'm going to go in, but it looks pretty interesting. Might go check out the building or whatever. But yeah, I don't have to be at the airport till like 5:30 or so. So I got some time to check some stuff out, but good day.